Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, May 24th, 2011. The markets are bouncing back a little bit today, so let's get right into the charts and see what we're talking about there. You see the futures are trading higher by $4.25. It looks like just a little while ago, I'll say right around 7:20 in the morning, the S&P E-mini futures were trading as low as 1316.50 and have gotten a little bit of a boost. That can only tell us one thing, and that means that the US dollar index is trading lower. And sure enough, if we look at the dollar today, you'll see the dollar trading down a little bit. So a nice little move yesterday, good little pop, and that deflated the markets for the most part. And today you're pulling back, and the markets are inflating higher a little bit. This really is the most important chart in the stock market right now. Every other chart almost can be ignored. But right now, if the U.S. dollar index does somehow make another little move today, I would expect these markets to deflate and trade lower. If the dollar moves down, we could have a nice little bounce day on our hands for the markets. But again, it's just an inverse trade to the U.S. dollar index until that relationship breaks. That's the way it is right now. It's as tightly correlated as I've ever seen it in all my years in this business. So, again, right now everything has to do with the dollar. Essentially, every trade is a U.S. dollar index trade. Okay, a couple of things to go over. And let's just talk about the USO, which is trading up again today. A nice little bounce there on oil. USO this morning trading at 39.10. The USO closed yesterday at $38.47. It looks like Goldman Sachs upgraded oil to $130 a barrel within the next 12 months. That's a bit unusual considering Goldman Sachs recently downgraded oil, and they were looking for a fall for the next 12 months. So just about reversing their position completely very quickly. And once again, Goldman is now betting that oil is going to 130. At least that's what they're telling the public. So we'll take it for what it is. You don't want to make too much out of that stuff. Again, just look at the charts. Charts will tell you everything you need to know. But you do have a nice move higher in spot crude. You also have a nice move higher in the USO. Looks like spot crude is trading up about $1.24, $1.30 to around the $98 a barrel level. Okay, last night in Asia, the markets were basically flat. You had the Nikkei index up 17 points. The Hang Seng was up 20 points. The Shanghai was down 8 points. Australian markets were down 15 points, and the Sensex was up 19 points. It can't get any flatter than that. That is as flat as I've ever seen the Asian markets. So really an indecisive day. Don't want to make too much out of it. I don't think it's going to cause too much of a move either way. We have seen the FXI beaten down pretty good. I still think it has a shot to maybe trickle down a little bit, but nonetheless, it is trading up a little on the morning, and we'll see how that plays out going forward. But the Asian markets as a whole were really flat as a pancake last night. You really cannot make or draw too much from that type of activity. Okay, so don't make too much out of the Asian markets. Let's just take a look at a couple commodity names. We'll look at Freeport-McMoRan, which yesterday closed at 47.42. Today it's trading up at 48.20 before the open. Let's take a look at Cleveland-Cliffs here. That closed yesterday at 84.42, and today it's trading at 85.15. So you do have some nice little pops in the commodity stocks, considering you do have a weaker dollar. That should be expected. So again, we'll see how that plays out going into the morning. But really, right now, you want to watch these commodity names very, very closely. I think that's going to be the real decider here. If the dollar gets a bounce, commodity stocks should pull back. If the dollar moves higher, these commodity stocks really could be in trouble. And if the dollar falls, obviously, commodity stocks will bounce higher again. You could watch stocks like Freeport-McMoRan, Cleveland-Cliffs, U.S. Steel, Southern Copper, AK Steel, things of that nature should react pretty well. Okay, futures at the moment are up $4.50. I know we have some economic data, I believe, coming out at 10 o'clock. It should be new home sales data for April, and I think they're looking for 300,000 new home sales. We'll see how it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a good number. That could help the markets a little bit. Normally the news really doesn't come into play really all that much. But we do want to watch the home sales data today. It looks like the market's going to grasp for straws today to try and catch a bounce. So let's see how that news report comes in around 10 o'clock. I think today the news report may have a little bit more effect. Normally it's all about the dollar, and it still is going to be about the dollar for the most part. European markets are still a mess, but I guess they're trying to sort something out there. You do have the FXE trading up just a touch here. Yeah, you can see it here at $140.43. This is the ETF for the euro currency. So again, yesterday that closed at 139.94. Today it's trading up a little bit on the back of a weaker dollar. But the US dollar index is not down all that much. It's only down about 11 cents at the moment. So it's really not down that much. And we'll have to see how it plays out. Once the opening bell rings at 9:30, that's what's going to be important for the markets. As far as stocks in the news today, I'm not seeing really all that much going forward. I know you have AutoZone. That is catching a pretty nice little bid today. We also have, I believe, Salesforce.com is trading just up a touch. And really, I'm not seeing all that much else out there one way or the other. That's really the only mover I'm seeing so far this morning. Alrighty, so we'll leave it at that today. Again, just follow the dollar. That will tell you everything you need to know. I wouldn't make too much out of this market. We are going into a holiday weekend at the end of this week, and the market will be closed next Monday for the Memorial Day holiday. So again, we should have a fair amount of activity today and tomorrow, and then maybe beginning on Thursday afternoon we'll start to see lighter volume. But let's see how this plays out today on this turbulent Tuesday. Alrighty, everybody, have a great weekend. Have a great week, and I'll see you all in the charts. For those of you that are in the money stocks traders, take care now.